Hey guys, it's Recon Striker here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys what could possibly be the best screen recorder for an Android phone 2016. So first of all, what you want to do is you want to go onto the Google Play Store and type in AZ Screen Recorder. As you see at the top it says AZ Screen Recorder no root, so you want to click on this and click on the first one. Now I've already installed this app, so I don't need to install it again, but I can give you a few details about the app. It's 3.14 megabytes download size, so you don't have to worry about if you've got a data limit. It doesn't take up much storage at all. It takes about a second to download and install. It's got 5+ million downloads. The current version is 4.2, and currently at the time of this video the last updated date was the 19th of August 2016. It's got an average rating of 4.5 stars out of 5. That's across 178,908 reviews. So if we open up the app, you'll see it comes to a settings menu. Now this is where you can adjust the resolution, the bitrate, orientation, frame rate, etc. Now in this video I'm just going to be explaining the free features. You can get a pro, it's not so much a pro version, it's just a pro feature you can use to get, it helps you a little bit. I don't really recommend buying it if you don't want to worry about having your face in a video, and like a magic button that sorts a few things out makes stopping easier, because you can always trim your videos. But the free feature is completely free. You don't have to watch any ads. There's no ads that appear on this app, and you don't have to watch any videos, or they don't force you to rate 5 stars. Like I noticed some apps, some screen recording apps force you to rate 5 stars for you to use them. Now this app does not do that at all, and we're going to go through some of the settings. I'm going to give you a brief tutorial of these settings, because I went on YouTube a couple months ago, and because I was researching this app as I was going to install it when I got a new phone, and the amount of videos that I saw that were to do with AZ Screen Recorder, but they didn't go into enough detail about like the max resolution, frame rate, bit rate that you can actually go up to, and what all the settings are. And so that's what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. Now I might create another channel called RS Tutorials, which will just be me doing tutorials on apps and things on the computer. So if you want a tutorial on how to record your gameplays, I will do that for you, and that will just be on a separate channel, because this channel is more so for gaming at the moment. But well, not at the moment, because I've done a few tech videos, but I want to solely focus this channel just on gaming. But before we go into any more detail, please don't forget to leave a like and to subscribe if you haven't already, guys. I do really appreciate it. I'll leave a link to my second channel in the description below, but I do really appreciate all the support and all the likes and views and comments, subscribers that I get from the channel and my videos, and it helps me out a whole lot. So first of all, let's go into the controller type. Now this little red bubble I am holding now, this is the controller. If you click on it, it comes up with a few options. The top one is the settings, which is the menu that we are in the background. It comes up with a green circle with a white camera. This is called the capture button. Now what the capture button is it basically allows you to take a screenshot. So if you're playing a game and you don't want to record your video just yet, you just want to get a decent thumbnail when you're playing the game, then you can click the button and it will screenshot and save to wherever your output directory is. Now then you can add text, add a logo, and you can export that when you create a video. You can put it as a thumbnail for Twitch or Facebook or YouTube or whatever you're going to upload your video or photo to. Next you have the red circle with the white video camera. This is your record button, which you use to record your screen or your gameplays or whatever you're going to be doing your videos on. Next, the file with looks like 2 mountains or triangles inside. This is your gallery. This is where all your videos and your captures are saved, and so then you can view them, you can edit them, you can export them, share them, you can do whatever you want with them. You can even delete them if you wanted to, and that is where you will find all of your videos for that. Next you have the minimize button, so this will just close that, so then you have to pull down and tap on it to get the bubble back. And the other controller type we have is the bar. So again, let's tap this. Now this is the bar controller. Now it's exactly the same thing. Again, you can move it around. The red shutter is your record. The camera is for camera or screenshot. You got the cog, which is the settings again, the menu we're on in the background. You have the white box with the 2 mountains or 2 triangles, which is your gallery, and then the cross, which you can use to close this controller. The encoder, you've got 2 different types of encoders. You have the advanced, which supports pause, and you have a default, which doesn't. Now, default is claimed to be more stable, but I've never had any problems with the advanced coder. And again, it supports pause, so if you're doing a video and then you get a knock on the door for like a parcel delivery, and you can pause it, go downstairs, take the delivery, come back upstairs, click resume, and carry on from where you left off. So you don't have to end the video or keep it going and then edit it once you finish recording. Also, you have a fixed green screen button or option that you can click. Now, if you've got a green screen, so you're doing let's say you're doing a weather video for some reason, then you can click this, and if there's any bugs or glitches in the green screen, it will fix them as much as it can. Now, the magic button, as I said, this is a pro feature which I will not be discussing in this video. If you'd like to see me cover the pro features, then you can put it down in the comments, and by liking this video show support, and I will do a separate video on the pro version if this video does well enough. Next, you have stop options. Now, you've got loads and loads of stop options that you can choose from. The one by default is the notification, which you will pull down, and as you see, I'm currently recording and it will say stop, so you click stop and it will stop recording your screen. You can have a blinking red dot which will appear on the screen, which you can tap once to pause and resume, or you can double tap to stop the recording completely. You can also lock or shake the device to stop recording as well. Now, I prefer shaking the device, because if I'm doing a gameplay video and I want to carry on playing the game, I don't want to stop, then I can just shake the device and it will stop recording instantly and I can just carry on playing the game. Whereas lock the screen, you have to lock the screen, it will stop recording, then you have to unlock it, type in a passcode or fingerprint, and then you carry on playing the game. You can also set a time limit. Now, this is completely unlimited by default. There is no time limit. If you wanted to record for 7 minutes, you could. If you wanted to record for 47 minutes and 12 seconds, you could if you wanted. So if you enable a time limit, as you see, it's in seconds, so 600 seconds is 10 minutes, and let's go, if it was 900 seconds, that would be 15 minutes. And if you wanted to do a video which was a maximum of 143 seconds, then you could, which is roughly 2 hours and 23 minutes. But I just leave this off by default. Next, you have the resolution, so it goes up to your phone's resolution. So in this case, I have the Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge, which is a 2560 by 1440, but then you can have 1080, 1920 by 1080, which is full HD. Got 1280 by 720, which is still HD, but it's not full HD. You've also got these standard resolutions. You've got 854 by 480, 640 by 360, and 426 by 240. Also, if you click on custom, you can select the aspect ratio and the resolution that you want. So 720, if I was to do 480, it would set it to 854. If I wanted it to be 1440, it would set it to 2560. Now, the aspect ratio, you've got 16 by 9, which is widescreen, and 4 by 3. So I set this normally to 1920 by 1080 because that's a standard HD recording that people do. Not a lot of people do 720, but there's not very many people that do 1440, especially on a phone, because some phones don't go up to 1440p screen resolution. Next, you have the frame rate. This is the amount of frames per second. Now, if you're doing like a movie or a video, you can set it to 24. If you're doing a gameplay video, you can set it to 30, or if you really want, you can set it to 60. It doesn't vary on the resolution, so if I was to go to 640 by 360, for example, then I could still record at 60 frames per second. If I was to go to 2560 by 1440, I could still record at 60 frames per second, or if I wanted to do 48, I could, but I normally keep this at 60 frames. Next, you have the bitrate. Now, on a lot of screen recorders, I've seen the maximum bitrate go up to like 8 or even 10 megabits per second, but this app lets you go to 24 megabits per second. Now, that is really good. I mean, if you're doing a video like I'm doing, it's just a still image, then you can put it to 10 or 12 or 8 or 7.5 even. But if you're going to be doing a gameplay video where you're racing and there's a lot of movement on screen, then I recommend putting it up to 16 or even 24 megabits per second if you don't mind the file size being a bit larger. Next you have the orientation, so if you're doing a video like I'm doing, then it will be set to portrait, because if you put it in landscape it makes the video look all really weird. But if you're doing a gameplay video, so let's say you're playing Minecraft Pocket Edition again, then you can set it to landscape, so when people watch your videos it looks right. Next you have time lapse. Now before I show you the time lapse and like what the speeds you can do, I will say that you cannot record a microphone or audio if you have a time lapse video. So if you see, it's disabled at the moment, so if I want to record audio it lets me, but then if I put the time lapse to, let's say, ×2 speed, it says cannot record audio in time lapse mode. Now time lapse, if you're doing a like tidying up of like your garage or your workshop or something, then you can do a time lapse video, so you can times it by like 3 speed and it will be faster, and you can add your own music or effects. You can also slow videos down, so if you are doing a video of like a really cool jump, then you can set it to, let's say, half the speed, and then it will look really slow motion. But I just disable this so I can actually record audio, unless I'm doing a video that is solely slow motion or sped up. Next you have text and logos. Now you can add your own text, so if I wanted popcorn for example, then I'll click OK, and when I go to record it will be wherever I want it to be. I can set the place that I want it to be. I can just move it around the screen and it will stay in that position even when I'm recording. If I want it to be in the middle of the screen, it will stay in the middle of the screen. If I want it to be at the top left, it will go in the top left, and etc, etc. Next you have the font. You've got a few fonts that you can do. Default one is Roboto Medium, but you've got different ones. You've got Times New Roman, Samsung Korean Bold, Roboto Bold, Roboto Black, Esnum Con 3T, Dancing Script Bold, Courier New, etc. There's loads and loads of different fonts you can choose from. You can also set the text color, so if you wanted it dark red, you can have it dark red. If you wanted it like a tealy sort of color, then you can have it a tealy sort of color. The background color, again, if you want, let's say, white text and a black background, you can select black. You can also select like the transparency, opacity, so if you want to call it that, of this. So if you don't want hardly any opacity, you can set it to this. If you want it to be fully black, then you can set it to black. Again, you can set it to different colors. I can have it yellow, green, pink, red, orange. I can set it to whatever color I want. Now next you have the actual text size. Now you can change the size, so if I want it to be 14, I can put it to 14. If I wanted it 63, I could put it to 63. The highest you can go up to is quite a lot. What's this? That's like 99 trillion text size, which will be quite big. I would say that's quite a big text size. You can also show a logo, so you can click that on, and then if you click on image, it will come up with all the images that you've got, and you can select the size. It goes from 5% all the way to 25. You see 5 and 25%. So I'm just going to turn these off and go back and show you some other options that we have. We've got show touches next, which again, this will show you the touches on the screen. So you see it's got the white dot as I move, so wherever I touch it will appear with a white dot. And it's cool, but if you're doing a gameplay video, then I recommend you turn this off, because if you're doing gameplays, then someone doesn't really want to see a white dot wherever you touch. So turn that off. The show camera and the camera settings, this is available in the Pro feature. You can actually access the camera settings now, but it was all grayed out because you need the Pro feature. You have a time recording, so you can show how long you've been recording for. So if you want to set a video to 30 minutes, then you can select time recording, show recording duration. You can do a time limit, but then if you go slightly over, then what have you done after 30 minutes, it will be deleted, it won't be recorded. Now you can select the time position, so you can have it at left top, right bottom, left bottom, center top, right center, center bottom, and left center. I normally have it at right top, especially if I'm doing a gameplay video. If I was doing a video like this, then I'd probably still have it at right top. I just put it up towards the top of the screen. Next, you have the countdown before start. So if you click record and you quickly want to go into your game, and you can set a countdown before it starts recording. So if I wanted it to start 2 seconds after I click record, it will go 2, 1, and then it will record. If I want to set it to 52 seconds, it will go 52, 51, 15, 49, etc. So that is really good. But if you don't really worry about that, you just want to record as soon as you click record, then you can turn this off. Next, you have the output directory. Now this is where your videos or captures will get saved. Now I set mine to go to storage, emulated, 0 and movies, but you can set them any way you want. You can set them to a SD card, although it's not really recommended, so you can set them to your downloads, your movie maker library, your notifications, alarms if you wanted to, but I just set them to movie and click select directory. Package disabler for Samsung. If you click on this, this will take you to the Google Play Store, and this is made from the same company, so Hikora, and it's called the Easy Package Disabler. So if you go on to read more, I haven't actually looked at this app, but it says Easy Disabler is the best and safest app to disable any packages on your Samsung with no root required. It means all the unwanted applications that come pre-installed on your phone can now be marked unavailable from running and updating. So let's see, this app is 1.35 megabytes in download, so it's not very big, and it was updated a day before the AZ screen recorder was updated. So the 18th of August this was updated, and the AZ screen recorder was updated on the 19th of August. It's got 10,000 plus downloads. Version is currently at 2.4.1, and it's got an average rating of 4.6 stars out of 5. That may seem good, but then the amount of reviews it's got is only 1,732 compared to 170 odd thousand that the screen recorder had. So we go back, and that is all the options for the free version. Now if you click on the top left, you've got share apps, so you can share it through Facebook or email, and you've got Wi-Fi transfer gallery. You can rate it 5 stars, send them feedback. More, you can actually quit, so if I click quit, it will quit out of the app. But that is it, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like down below and to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Like I said, this is more so a gaming channel. I will create a separate channel called RS Tutorials, or I might call it RS Tech. That will be more useful, seeing as I won't be doing tutorials on their own. I'll be doing unboxings and tutorials as well. But that's it. I do hope you guys enjoyed this. If you'd like to see me do the pro version or pro feature of this app, then you can put it down in the comments, and you can also show me that you'd like to do that by liking this video. But that's it. I hope you guys have a very nice rest of your day. I'm Recon Striker, and I will see you all very soon.